everything determined by the lead file.
Yes.
So sometimes they can decide not to go to the Court of Appeal, or they go too late when it is useless. Because that's the game he plays.
Yeah.
Every day he plays that. Every game he plays that. To say I'm Professor Fred Ogola, as you know, and I have my colleague here, Dr. Kimani Karagu, whom, as far as we know, is the new blood governor for Nyandarua. So we are going forward. We are not going backwards. So today we want to issue a press statement regarding the pending bills. So the government must immediately stop this pending bills crisis. The High Court has officially issued directions in the pending bills petition filed by Operation Linda Jamii, seeking to immediately suspend the national budget making process until the government addresses Kenya's ballooning crisis of unpaid bills. This pertinent matter will be heard for inter-parties direction on or before 25th of April 2025. Pending bills have become a life-threatening burden for millions of Kenyans, especially SMEs, contractors, and ordinary households. As of June 30th, 2024, the total pending bills stood at a staggering 698.27 billion, broken down as follows. For the national government, the pending bills are 516.27 billion. For the county governments, the pending bills have reached 182 billion. In just 3 months, leading up to June 2024, the national government's unpaid bills surged by 29.4 billion. This is despite these alarming figures. The 2025-2026 budget policy statement released on February 13, 2025, fails to outline any plan for settling these debts. Instead, the Treasury proposes borrowing of 60 billion to funds that are going to SMEs and MSMEs under the Hustler Fund. While, ironically, these are the same MSMEs that are primarily the victims of these unpaid bills. This is madness. According to National Treasury's own circular, dated June 2020, MSMEs are the hardest hit by the delays in payments. Many have been forced to shut down or lay off workers, leading to a ripple effect to affect now this economy, which is now choking. From schools to hospitals, to watu wa boda boda, to mama mboga, to contractors, name it. They are suffering from these ballooning pending bills. Further, the situation has been escalated into a national debt crisis. Over 19 million Kenyans, nearly 2/3 of adult population in Kenya, are listed on CRBs. Our analysis shows that pending bills account for more than 75% of those listings, as defaulted businesses and their employees fall into financial ruin. Our research among Kenyan law firms also reveals an unsettling trend. Property recoveries linked to unpaid pending bills are growing, and they are now the main legal work of law firms. In other words, Kenyans are losing homes, land, and assets simply because the government has failed to pay what it owes. Meanwhile, the Treasury's 2025 budget policy statement talks of stimulating the economy through affordable housing, a program that itself is crippled by the same unpaid bills crisis. How can a person lose their home, purchased through a mortgage, because the government withheld their payment, only to claim it's building for them houses somewhere, someday, that they have never seen and they never asked for? This is an economic betrayal and the highest level. How can a government preach economic growth when the very people who built these projects are not being paid? In the light of this grim situation, we demand the following. 1, that the Kenya Kwanza government immediately holds the budget-making process until all pending bills are settled, and that Treasury provides a clear outline with the timelines how these bills will be settled in the 2025-2026 budget. 2, that the Public Procurement and Disposal Act and the Public Finance and Management Act be reviewed to include their guidelines and accountability for the management of pending bills. It is economically irrational and morally unacceptable for a country to pile on more debt while ignoring its existing obligations. Kenya Kwanza is a sinking ship with no one at the helm. The country is running on autopilot because the person who should be the pilot has no clue how to steer the economy, let alone govern a nation. Judiciary expedites this matter to provide relief to the millions of Kenyans who are on the brink of economic ruin as Kenya Kwanza pays lip service to these pending bills. The country needs the judiciary to do this matter. Thank you. God bless you, and God bless Kenya. If you have any questions, you can ask.
And I believe it is a wake-up call, and everybody should be able to rally behind it, because this is the only way we can call ourselves to order, and we can also be able to call our country to order and to work. We must therefore be able to understand what is it that is at stake for we, the young people of this country called Kenya. Can it be desired? But importantly, I believe having the right procedures, and especially that are going to sort out the debt, which is, I would say, non-negotiable, we must stand so that at least by the end of the day, everything is accounted for and we have transparency that is needed to run our country, to run our counties, and everything else that is in it. Thank you so much, and I hope and I believe this shall be the wake-up call for all of us. Thank you.
Yes, so as the national government and county government are fighting who needs to eat most of the budget, they don't know they have ignored the citizens who offer services in pending bills and pending salaries who are not being paid. So it is criminal that the government thinks they can lend you 60 billion shillings to hustler funds, to the small, medium enterprises, while they owe you over 400 billion shillings in pending bills. How can the economy grow like this? And we are telling the CS Treasury, please, just know that your budget policy statement do not address the Kenyan economic problem. And now you are going political instead of addressing the economic problem. The Kenyan problem is an economic problem. And the economic problem cannot be solved with political solutions. And I want to tell the Kenya Kwanza government that those of us being accused of trying to look for positions, we don't want those positions. What we want is the economy must function. And it starts functioning by paying pending bills. In the Public Finance Management Act, there's the policy of fast charge. When you get your budget, where should your money go first? Your money should go first to pending bills. When you are a when you are a tenant, you cannot earn a salary and you start unaanza kupika nyama kabla ulipa rent. The landlord or the landlady will be forced to come to knock the door and ask you, pay your rent before ukule nyama. Hii serikali nakula nyama na sisi tunanusa tu harufu ya nyama. Walipe pending bill, sisi pia tukule nyama. Asante.
Oi, kiasi. Mina.